Urgent, G-Men fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Big Blue news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. New York Giants visits tracker Cam Scatabo, Donovan Jackson, Alfred Collins meet with Giants continue hosting intriguing 30 visits in addition to completing their 30 visit with potential number 3 overall pick Abdul Carter on Friday. The New York Giants reportedly hosted a trio of other noteworthy NFL draft prospects. Per Dan Duggan of The Athletic, the Giants hosted Arizona State running back Cam Scatabo, Ohio State guard Donovan Jackson, and Texas defensive lineman Alfred Collins. Scatabo is a powerful 5'9", 219-pound back. NFL. Com calls Scatabo a carnage creator and has a 4th-round grade on him. The Giants have Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary at running back, but neither offers Scatabos physicality. Jackson is a 6'4", 315-pound guard. He also played several games at left tackle in 2024. NFL. Com has a round 12 grade on Jackson. For the Giants, Jackson would be a plug-and-play starter at left guard, with John Runyon Jr. sliding over to the right side. Collins is a 6'6", 332-pound defensive tackle with a round 2 grade and a Javon Kinlaw comparison from NFL. Comedies, he would fill a need for the Giants to add young talent to a defensive line that has never seen GM Joe Schoen use a draft pick earlier. Then round 5. Giants 2025 draft prospects visit tracker 30 visits Marcus Mbao. Purdue OL Ryan Fowler Sheeter, Sanders QB, Colorado per Sanders, Abdul Carter Edge, Penn State Albert Breer Joshua Farmer, DL, Florida State Mellowcam Ward, QB, Miami NFL visits. Comshamer Stewart, Edge Texas AM NFL visits. Comshavon Revel, CB, East Carolina NFL visits. Quinshawn Judkins, RB, Ohio State. Zierline Ollie Gordon, RB, Oklahoma State. Ryan Fowler, Elijah Arroyo, TE, Miami Schefter Tyler Show, QB, Louisville. Schefter Jalen Milroe, QB, Alabama. Schultzo Marion Hampton, RB, North Carolina. Rappaport Cam Scatabo, RB, Arizona State Duggan Donovan Jackson, G, Ohio State Duggan Alfred Collins, DT, Texas Duggan Local Day Eric Rogers, CB, Rutgers Melokyle Monangai, RB, Rutgers Stapleton Christian Dremel, WR, Rutgers Stapleton Holland Pierce, OT Rutgers Stapleton Robert. Longer beam, CB, Rutgers Stapleton Tyreme Powell, LB, Rutgers Stapleton Amin Vanover. Edge Penn State Stapleton Brian Ugwu, Edge Miami OH Stapleton Ethan Robinson, CB Minnesota Ranan Siddiqui Cone, RB American International Rainan Howard Cross III, DT Notre Dame Stapleton Pro Day Meeting, Jake Majors, C Texas Mellow LB Carson Schwessinger Schefter combined visits all from NFL visits. Com Mason Graham, DT Michigan Tyler Warren, TE Penn State Jason Walker, Edge Georgia Malaki Starks, S Georgia Sheemer Stewart, Edge Texas AM Alfred Collins, DT Texas Caleb Johnson, RB Iowa Jack Sawyer, LB Ohio State Jacob Bayer, IOL Arkansas State Senior Bowl Jacob Bayer, IOL. Arkansas State Mellow Shrine Bowl Tad J. Brooks, RB Texas Tech Mellow Ahmed Hassanain, DE Boise State Mellow Virtual Meetings via Zoom Caleb Etienne, OT BYU Mellow Ty Felton, WR Maryland Mellow BJ Adams, DB UCF Mellow Falil Diggs, DE Syracuse Mellow Jarquez Hunter, RB Auburn Mellow Jackery Krosky Merritt, RB Arizona Mellow. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Big Blue news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now, let's get back to the news. Giants rumors Diana Rossini drops wildcard truth bomb on draft Buzz NFL Insider. Diana Rossini is with most league experts who cannot get a good feel for what the New York Giants will do at the 2025 NFL Draft, after signing 2 veteran quarterbacks. In free agency, the Giants do not appear to go that route with their first-round pick, making the team's intended direction unclear. Rossini said she receives more public questions about the Giants than any other team due to the uncertainty surrounding them. The NFL Insider called New York a wild card, making it difficult to predict the vision of Joe Schoen. I get asked by more people about the New York Giants than anything else right now, Rossini said on the Scoop City podcast. Because they're a bit of a wild card of what are they going to do? Are you willing to take that gamble on putting your future on the back of Russell Wilson? You don't want to take a quarterback in the 2025 NFL Draft and redshirt him. That doesn't make sense. Brian Daboll has no investment in that. How is that going to help him? For most of the offseason, many saw the Giants taking Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders with the number 3 pick of the draft. However, after signing Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston in free agency, most of those thoughts have dissipated. Giants favored to take Abdul Carter in 2025 NFL Draft. If the betting odds are any indication, the Giants are now trending toward taking Penn State edge rusher Abdul Carter. Despite some seeing Carter as the best overall prospect of the class, he is expected to be available at number 3, depending on what the Cleveland Browns do with the number 2 pick. While the line varies across sites, Carter is lined at 230 to be the number 3 pick on FanDuel Sportsbook. As he has been for weeks, Cam Ward is the overwhelming favorite to go number 1 overall. Travis Hunter emerged behind him as the favorite to be. Taken at number 2, the New Orleans Saints, who owned the number 9 pick of the draft, are now favored to take Sanders. Considering the recent trends, Giants fans on social media are seemingly gravitating toward the idea of the team taking Carter. Those in support dream of his insertion into a pass rush unit that already includes Dexter Lawrence II, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Chauncey Golston. Shedeur Sanders or Abdul Carter? With the 3rd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select. With less than 2 weeks until the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants remain the most intriguing team as draft day approaches. No other franchise has generated more varied mock draft scenarios. Many NFL insiders believe the draft will unfold with the Tennessee Titans selecting Cam Ward 1st overall and the Cleveland Browns taking Travis Hunter 2nd. This scenario would leave the Giants facing a critical decision between Shedeur Sanders and Abdul Carter. General Manager Joe Schoen would then face the dilemma of choosing either the highest graded player on most draft boards or the second best quarterback prospect in this class. Here's our breakdown on which player the Giants should select if this scenario plays out. The case for Shedeur Sanders. The additions of Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston stabilized the quarterback position for the 2025 season, but co-owner John Mara stated finding a franchise quarterback remains the team's top priority. This offseason, this makes Sanders a logical choice with the 3rd overall pick. Sanders has proven himself an accurate passer, completing 74 of his throws in his final season at Colorado while amassing 4,134 yards with 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. He brings the added advantage of being comfortable in the spotlight, having dealt with media attention throughout his life as Deion Sanders' son. Though questions persist about his arm strength and athleticism, his college accomplishments speak volumes. Sanders went 233 during his 2 years at Jackson State and helped transform a Colorado program that went 111 in 2022 to a more respectable 13-12 over the past 2 seasons. Quarterback remains football's most important position, and bypassing the second-ranked quarterback in a draft class would be difficult for a franchise still searching for its future under center. The case for Abdul Carter: there is no such thing as a lock in the NFL draft, but Penn State edge rusher Abdul Carter appears destined for multiple Pro Bowls. During his 3 collegiate seasons, Carter accumulated 173 tackles and 23 sacks. In 2024, the Associated Press named him first team All-American, and he earned Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year honors after recording 68 tackles, 23. 5 for loss and 12 sacks. Standing 6'3" and weighing 250 pounds, Carter possesses exceptional footwork, instincts, and explosive burst off the line. He draws frequent comparisons to former Penn State standout Micah Parsons. Some argue the Giants don't need another edge rusher with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau already on the roster. However, the organization's philosophy that you can never have enough pass rushers played a crucial role in their last 2 Super Bowl victories. Adding Carter alongside Thibodeau, Burns, and Dexter Lawrence would transform New York's front 7 into one of the NFL's most formidable units, creating nightmares for opposing offensive lines. The verdict: Abdul Carter. It's a must-win 2025 for Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll, who risk losing their jobs without significant improvement. They cannot afford to use their first-round pick on a player who won't contribute immediately. Despite Sanders' talent, he wouldn't see meaningful playing time this season with Wilson ahead of him. Furthermore, reports indicate the Giants might target a quarterback with their second-round pick, 34th overall. Between these two prospects, Carter represents the team's best option for immediate impact and long-term value. The Giants' offense is about to get a huge production boost, while all the focus around the Giants' offseason has centered on the third overall pick. And whether they'll draft a quarterback, New York already took some smart steps to improve the position. Bringing in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston wasn't the headline move many fans hoped for, but it might be exactly what the Giants needed, especially given how unreliable quarterback play has been in recent years. Russell Wilson brings what Daniel Jones couldn't. Daniel Jones has had moments, but explosive plays have never been his calling card. His deep ball has consistently held the offense back, limiting what Brian Daboll could do schematically and forcing the Giants into predictable, conservative play designs. Last season, Jones attempted just 31 passes of 20 or more yards downfield. He completed only 8 completion rate for 266 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Worse yet, 3 of those attempts were deemed turnover-worthy. In a league that thrives on chunk plays, those numbers are brutal. At 36, Wilson is no longer the magician he was in Seattle, but his deep ball hasn't gone anywhere. He attempted over 50 passes of 20 yards last season, connecting on 27 of them, a 54 completion rate for 851 yards, 7 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions. His turnover-worthy rate on those throws was just 1.8, one of the best in the league. That's not just a difference, it's a whole different planet. Finally, a quarterback who can stretch the field. Wilson has long had one of the prettiest deep balls. In football, it arcs perfectly, drops in a bucket, and gives receivers a chance to make plays. That's the kind of weapon Brian Daboll hasn't had in New York. Instead of running an offense chained to short yardage concepts designed to avoid disaster, Daboll can finally open things up. With Wilson under center, the Giants can threaten defenses vertically, create more space underneath, and force teams to actually respect the deep part of the field. That changes everything from how safeties play, to how the run game functions, to how play action is deployed. No guarantees, but a step in the right direction. Wilson may not be the long-term answer, and the Giants still have every reason to consider a top quarterback in the draft. But for 2024, they got significantly better at the position. And if nothing else, they gave Daboll a quarterback who can finally take the top off a defense. That alone could breathe new life into an offense that's been stuck in the mud for far too long. And now, G-Men fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Big Blue. I'll be back any moment with more Big Blue news. Jets, 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 let's go Giants.